Welcome to These Are Good Days with Leanne Miller
and Matt Barris.
Well, Matt, I have been dying to tell this story to our podcast family.
I know what you're going to say. This is awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to tell a story that's very, very funny. And I'm not going to mention the location of where it was because if this woman would ever happen to listen to our podcast, I do not want to make her feel bad.
Well, she's still going to know.
She already felt awkward enough. So I love going to I love doing some errands over the weekend, in our area. And
I love how you're dancing around it right now.
And I went to the store, and while I was checking out, this precious, adorable woman, I would say mid-60s, said, I have seen you in here a few times. And she said, and every time I see you in here, I have wanted to tell you, you remind me so much of Leanne Miller. Now I want you to notice, she did not say, you look like Leanne Miller. She said, you remind me of Leanne Miller.
Reminiscent, a vision of.
And so that was the first thing. And so you just need to know also that, it wasn't my best day as far as...
Were you in Grandma Chic?
I was in Grandma Chic. I had not a stitch of makeup on. My lip, I didn't even have chapstick on.
Okay.
My ponytail was crooked. My bangs were sticking out. Like sometimes my bangs, I can just get away with it, but my bangs were every which way.
Mm-hmm.
Things were rough. It was rough up in here. And so I said, well, that would be because I am Leanne Miller.
Oh, what did she do?
And all of a sudden it dawned on her what she had just done. And she said, oh, well, I said, you're just getting the grunge version
that's right.
Of Leanne Miller.
The real.
And she said, well, it's just that I'm so used to seeing you on TV,
That's
which
so funny.
that did not make it any better. Because what that did say was you look
really good on TV days.
You look so much better on TV than you do right now because you remind me of Leanne Miller. And I just got such a chuckle. I laughed and laughed. I called you on the way home to tell you the story. I came home. I told Daryl the story, and Daryl let out one of those cute little chuckles he does.
That's so funny.
It was so funny to me, and I was like, oh, bless.
That's so funny. I love that story. That's so great.
What's your good day?
Well, actually, I'm going to tell two quick things.
Oh, wow.
The first one is I was working at the school and I was with the boys. I was bringing the boys home after school.
Okay.
And I noticed on the Instagram that you and Daryl were working at one of your homes that you're working on in the town where our school is. And I texted you and said, hey, can me and the boys stop over?
I love that.
And so on the way home, we stopped over and you gave us a little tour of your house.
Yeah. I was like, boys, do you want to see a dead bird upstairs? And they were like, yeah.
And we, you took the boys in the basement and showed them all the creepy stuff.
Daryl was working on his hands and knees.
Upstairs, and we checked out the garage. And then the boys, we got in the car. And of course, you found some candy in your car and
I did.
Dumped it in my kids' laps while we drove home.
I did.
And on the way home, Luca said,
yeah.
Dad, that place is just a little creepy. And I said, well, they're going to fix it up really nice before someone lives in it.
I love that you said, you need to remember how it looks now.
Right.
Yeah.
You need to remember how it looks now because they're going to fix it up.
That's good parenting.
So that somebody will love it. And Fitz went, Daryl. And I said, what, Fitz? And he said, Daryl's going to fix it up so it looks really nice.
Hey, where's the lie?
And I was
where's
like,
the lie?
I knew Daryl would get a kick out of that.
Oh, he loved it. He was like, Fitz knows.
Yeah, Fitz knows what's up. But really my good day was, do you remember, it would be last year around this time, when we talked about Luca's birthday.
Yes.
And remember, Luca for his birthday last year wanted a swimming party at the YMCA.
Yes, and Pizza Hut.
The Pizza Hut under the glass awning.
Yes, because it had its little atrium awning.
A private room. Yes,
Yes,
he wanted a private room at the Pizza Hut.
Yes.
Well, this
That
year
was when we came up with the idea that Embassy Suites,
Oh,
which Embassy
Embassy
Suites,
Suites.
if you are listening,
Yes.
that was when we came up with the idea that Pizza Hut should go
in
into Embassy Suites.
Yeah. And so Luca's birthday is December 23rd, but we often don't plan anything around then because it's just so busy for
It's so
families.
hard. Yeah.
And we're looking for more to do in January and
Yeah.
February.
Correct.
So for Luca's birthday this year, his idea, which I love, was to invite his friends to have a pizza party before the high school basketball game and sit with his friends at the high school basketball game. Listen,
So good.
I love that. Let me tell you why this is a good idea. There's no birthday party in my house to clean up after. And
That's
you know
true.
what's so
That's
great?
true.
We're setting a precedent for our kid that one, it's okay to sit with your parents at a high school sporting
Yes.
event right now.
Yes.
It's not weird. And
Especially
two,
at his age.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not in junior high or high school
no.
anymore yet.
And two, we will always say yes to bringing your friends to us.
Yes,
You know what I
correct.
mean?
Yes.
Like we'll buy
Yes.
as much pizza as that child wants.
Yes.
So the high school principal is letting us have a little birthday party in the home ec room
okay.
before the high school basketball game.
That's
That's what we're doing, or we did with him.
Okay, now I have a question. When you think about ordering pizza,
Mm-hmm.
tell
I love
me
questions like this.
Tell me the pizza you're going to order. Like for his birthday party, where'd you order your pizza? Like,
well,
what are you
for
doing?
his birthday party, we ordered from the pizza parlor in Shreve because
okay.
that's his buddy's parents.
They are the nicest
They're
people.
so nice.
They are so nice.
So his friend who is at the was at the party, we ordered it from his family's pizza
hey,
place. They're precious people.
Now listen. I would venture to guess that their son is a very nice kid because
my
they are
gosh.
very nice people.
He sat with us at a basketball game a couple weeks ago, and he leaned over to Mallory, my wife, and went, "This is a real nail biter, Mrs. Barris." It was precious.
I just
So
love kids like
we
that.
ordered it from the pizza parlor in
Okay,
Shreve
okay,
because that's his
okay.
buddies. And when we do it for the kids, it's really cheese and pepperoni.
Okay, I want to know other places. What's? Let me tell you why I'm asking, because we ordered from a place the other day that we have never ordered from.
Oh.
That we were both impressed. We both really loved it.
Okay.
Tell me
Let
where.
me tell you some places I like. I really like Donato's
Okay.
on Hamburger Hill in Worcester.
Okay.
They
Okay.
have a hot chicken pickle pizza that I absolutely love.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that, but go ahead.
I love Giannino's.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Love
okay,
it.
that's a good
Love
one.
it. I love East of Chicago.
Yeah, Mariola's Fig and Pig.
Mariola
Italian, yeah.
Mariola,
Yeah.
if you are listening.
If you are listening, listen, we need to get Mariola Italian to deliver a Fig and Pig one day when we're recording the podcast.
I agree with this.
I mean, that's a good pizza
That's
right
a
there.
good
It's
pizza.
a little savory, a little sweet.
Okay, where's the place you tried though?
Okay. The reason we tried it, this is old-fashioned marketing at its best.
Tell me.
We're watching an NFL football game,
There it is.
and the commercial comes on for Little Caesars.
Okay.
And we ordered from Little Caesars over by the College of Worcester in the hospital. We ordered a Little Caesars, and they have stuffed crust. Like the crust is stuffed
Little
with cheese.
Caesars or
Oh no,
Papa
Papa John's.
John's.
Sorry, Papa John's.
Papa
Papa John's. Sorry,
John's.
not Little Caesars. Oops. It was Papa John's, and
Yeah.
it was delicious.
I know.
I mean, listen, give me hot bread. Don't anytime you're gonna if you're gonna give me pizza
Okay. Okay.
and it's hot,
okay.
it can
Yeah,
be from just about anywhere.
Right.
It can be from the freezer. Hot bread.
Yeah.
There's something just about warm or hot bread.
I know.
It's just right.
Listen, and maybe this is not your flavor, but I love the dipping sauce with the little bread, like the crust,
Wait, where are you talking about? From
the garlic dipping
from
sauce
Papa
from Papa
John's?
John's.
Papa
Yes.
John's. If you are listening, I was impressed.
I love it.
We loved it.
That's
it was
so
really
awesome.
good. And let me just tell you
What
a
do
little.
you get though?
Let me tell you a little hack.
Okay.
Now, I know that this podcast, we're going to talk about things that are making our life easier.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to tell you one right out of the chute.
Yeah.
Things that make my life easier is when I make supper or I order pizza, I order a size larger because you know what? I pack a lunch bucket.
Same. We always do too.
So I'm going to have 2 pieces of pizza that I can wrap up nice
right.
and put in that lunch bucket. And
That's
Daryl is going to just feel like new money when he opens it up. He's going to be like,
New money.
I get this pizza again.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, today we are talking about making our life easier.
Yeah.
Because there are things that this is one of those, like, get yourself a cup of coffee and pull up a chair.
Yes.
Because this is like a friend chat.
But I didn't say what my good day was.
Oh, well, I feel like you've been talking for a while, so I kind of lost track.
Okay, real quick.
What's your good day?
This is my good day.
No, your good day was, you've told like 2 big stories.
Oh yeah, I told the story
in
of the lady.
Buell-
Okay, yeah, okay.
the
That could be
place.
my good day. That can be my good day. I'll save the other one.
Okay.
Okay.
So today, we're already 10 minutes in. You've told us about your celebrity lookalike story and your pizza story.
You remind me of Leah Miller.
So we want to talk a little bit about making our lives easier, because there are little hacks and things that we do
Yes.
that we just wanted to share with you, because I think sometimes, we talk to our friends like, how are you doing this right now? And blah, 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 blah. And we wanted to share some of the fun things or maybe strategic things we're doing in our life to make it easier.
That's
So I
making
am
life
going
easier.
to go first.
Do it.
Here's our first one. Mallory and I ditched the paper calendar. Now,
Okay.
we used to have a paper calendar on the fridge.
Okay.
But here's what happens. Something comes up. We forget
Don't-
about
oh,
it.
you don't write it
We're at
down.
the dentist office
Okay.
and we want to put an appointment in, blah, blah, blah. We started a shared calendar on Google and we love it.
I saw the other day when you pulled it up on your phone. I was like, "Boy, you're a busy man."
Here's what I love about it.
It looks
it
it looks
syncs-
color coded.
Yes. My work, Triway is purple. That's our school colors. So it's all color coded in purple if it's for work. It's green if it's for my family. And then red is something else at work, like a office that I go to. So it is color coded, but what's really great about it is Mallory and I share the Barris family calendar.
Okay.
And we can put stuff on to say, if someone asks us, like if the Skyline guys want to go out, they'll be like, hey, does Monday, February 19th work? And I'll say, yeah, there's nothing on. And I can put it on and Mallory can see it.
And you can see if Mallory has anything on
Absolutely.
the calendar. Okay.
So great.
Let me ask. This is important because I am 55. Do I need to be really techie in order to know how to do this Google Calendar?
You do not.
Are you being for real?
I'm being for real.
Okay.
I think the big learning curve is just forcing yourself to do it. So we
Okay.
threw away our paper calendar and we were like,
That's
we're
a
going to
big
commit to it.
step. Is it? And
see.
it's making your life easier.
It makes our life so
Okay,
much easier.
That's really good.
So much easier. All right,
Okay.
your turn.
Okay. Something that is making my life easier right now is a notepad. Now listen.
Like a paper.
Listen, I don't have
and
the
a pencil.
I don't have the Google Calendar, but I am carrying around. It's in my car right now. A notepad,
Yeah.
and it on the front of it says "fresh ideas."
Oh. Ooh.
But if I keep a running list, in my life, I get the things done, and I don't forget the things.
Yeah.
If I don't keep that running list, things get forgotten, Matt.
Can I introduce you though to something different?
Okay.
On your phone, there's
Okay.
something called Notes.
Yeah.
And you can have your notes. It does the same thing. So I actually have a whole thing about passwords on here. I have a list for things we need when we have our live event
Oh,
that I
that's
don't want
really
to
a good
forget.
idea.
I have if I have a good day, I actually write a good day in here so I
That's a
don't
good
forget
thing.
it.
But here's what I'm talking about. A running list of things I need to do. That's like a list of reference, a referral list, like where you're like live event list. That's a really good
It
idea.
is.
But mine is like I need to call the Mazda place to get my car serviced. Like
Okay,
it's
okay.
having a list of things that are on
That need to happen like right now.
Yes, that are on the horizon that
Yeah.
need to be happening. I need to write that down because
Okay.
otherwise I'm like, it's like I'm kind of doing like a grab bag of, oh yeah, I need to, I just remembered I need to call that person.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, I just remembered.
Well,
I need to-
listen, I told Mallory the other day, there's stuff that you and I have been working on. We have stuff at school. We had a merch store that we just opened up. We've had live events. We're planning for one in April, all the things. And I said to Mallory, I think my head is spinning. And she's like, you need to sit down and just make the categories and
Yeah,
write
that's
the
really
list,
good.
what needs to be done now, because sometimes it can just feel a little overwhelming.
well, and I think that helps you because you're very type A.
Yes. I don't think I'm very type A,
Oh, I do.
but I'm more than you. For
yeah,
sure.
well, you want a system.
I do.
You
I want a system.
Yeah, you want a system
Yeah.
in place. Yeah.
Okay, here's something else that's making our life easier. We've had this for a while, but I love it. We just reordered them on Amazon because we were out, and it is bleach tablets. Let me tell you about bleach tablets. You know, when I was a kid, back in the 80s, we had just bleach. It was a liquid. It was clear, but it would stain your clothes. It was stinky.
Yeah, how did you add
blah,
that
blah.
in?
I just splashed it in.
Yeah.
I mean, my parents didn't really let me do it, but as I got older, I wanted some bleach on my whites. And so now they have concentrated bleach tablets. So you drop in a pod of laundry detergent and like, I don't touch them still. I just like shake them out of the little plastic jar and it's dry so it doesn't splash
Never
anywhere.
knew. Does Clorox
Bleach
make them?
tablets. I don't know. We buy an off-brand and we love them. See, this also, I didn't have this on my list, but I'm telling you, this made our life easier. You know what we did a couple years ago?
What?
We got rid of all the kitchen towels, all of them, all the random colors, everything. And we bought those flower sack
I love
towels.
them. I love them.
Yeah, we bought them from Walmart.
Walmart has great ones. Mainstay. It's the Mainstay brand.
Walmart.
Yeah.
If you are listening,
We
just
need-
this little store named Walmart. I don't know if you guys have heard of them.
I love those. I love those flower
Because
sack
here's
towels.
the thing.
I love
That's
them.
all we use. That's actually all we use in our bathroom, our half bath downstairs, because that's the one the kids use when they're they come in from outside. So then all we do is we just bleach those towels.
That's such a good idea.
And we don't really bleach a lot of clothes, but it's really for
That's
those
a really
towels
good idea.
because Mallory uses them for baking bread. We use them as the hand towel in the bathroom, and so we just bleach them. And it doesn't. If we spill,
idea.
we grab them. Not
Good
a big
idea.
deal. So I guess that's 2 for 1 for you.
That's a good idea. Okay. Something that has made my life easier for years now, and I fought against this, and I just want to tell everyone this because I want to empower someone who's listening that's been thinking about
This
it.
is good. This is like an Oprah moment.
Yes. Years ago, I come from a very work-driven family.
Totally.
Swiss German, you do it yourself, you work hard. You don't hire people to do stuff you can do yourself. But I could not keep up, and I also just my time was better spent. My time and talents were better spent somewhere else than in this area. I have someone that comes even now with just Daryl and I. Pam, I love you. I love you, Pam. Shout out, Pam. My sweet friend Pam comes once a month for about 4 hours and helps me at my home.
That's awesome.
And let me just tell you, that is a game changer. That will make your life so much easier if you can carve out the budget for it. Someone that gets the corners, someone that gets the floors thoroughly, someone who works on the laundry, someone who will wipe down your counters in a way that you're not wiping them down daily. It is a game changer.
Yeah,
Matt.
totally. I support that.
Well, you all, I mean, you do
Yeah,
it too.
we do.
And you don't do it. Listen, you don't have to get somebody once a week.
No,
You can do
we
once a
don't.
month.
Yeah.
If that's what you can afford.
Yeah.
I mean, I know for your family, you've modified it to where you say, hey, main floor and bathrooms, that's what we
it.
need you to do.
Yep.
I mean, because you have to think about budget,
Totally.
but you also have to think about the whole scope of your life.
Totally.
If you can't get it all done, think of something that you can have someone else help you with, especially if you do not like doing. I do not like.
Yeah.
There are certain areas of cleaning that my time is better spent. I can actually make revenue and bring in resources for our family by putting my time elsewhere.
Well, and I think it's hard for me with little kids. I just don't want to clean all day when we're home. I want to hang out with my
Right,
kids.
right,
You know,
right.
that's just really what it
Right,
comes down to
right.
for me.
Right.
Okay, this is funny. I saw this reel go around on Instagram a while, and it was an interview with Aretha Franklin. And the interviewer, this is from like the 60s. Do you know what I'm going to say?
Yes.
The interviewer says, Aretha, what is it that is bringing you down, or what is the hardest thing in your life right now? And she laughed and she said, the hardest thing in my life is knowing what to cook for dinner. And if that isn't true, I don't know what is. Here's the thing. No one ever tells you when you have children how much work it takes
Right.
to like
Feed
make
them all.
food all the time. We're always making
so
food.
true.
Honestly,
There's something always up on deck.
with kids home in the summer,
Oh.
there's so many dishes in the summer.
Oh, listen.
Sometimes
They're
kids-
not even teenagers yet. Wait till
I
those
know.
boys get teenagers. They eat you out of house and home.
I know. So I just love that from Aretha Franklin. So for us, here's 2 little hacks that we have. The
That are
first one
making
is
your life easier,
that
right?
make our life easier. The first one is when Mallory makes something, if it's a hit, she writes it on a Google Doc and says spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah.
Kids loved it. There's a meal that she makes that it's salmon and rice and broccoli that our kids actually love. There's a meal that's like chicken and rice with cream of chicken soup in it. Those kind of things. She has a list of maybe, I mean, it grows, but right now it's probably around 30 meals that our kids really like. And then she lets them pick meals from it for the
smart.
week. If she doesn't feel inspired, she'll say, all right, look through this list. What do you want mom to make this week?
Yeah, she said the other day, Fitz said, I really want tacos.
Yeah. So we have that running list going. The other thing for us, we participate in a small group at our church on Thursday nights. It meets, we have to get out the door around 6 o'clock or 6:15 to get the kids where they need to go and then go to the small group. So on that night, we just plan to make breakfast for dinner because we know our kids will eat eggs and toast and maybe a sausage, bacon,
pancakes. Kind of thing. Our kids always love pancakes, eggs, and
almost
sausage.
Every Thursday we have breakfast for dinner because it's quick, it's easy. You know, there's not a lot of cleanup typically with that meal. It's just put the dishes in the dishwasher and walk out the door. So if you have one of those nights, if you're in sports, if you're in plays, if you're running one night a week or a couple nights a week, breakfast for dinner has really saved us from planning a meal. We just know that it happens that night.
Good.
Oh, and of course, Friday night pizza night. But
Yes. Okay. Making our lives easier. I mean, meat in the freezer.
Yes, that was on my list.
Meat in the freezer, Matt. I mean, we raised a pig.
Yeah, you did.
Butch Cassidy. And we raised a pig for Heather Whitaker too.
I know.
Hamilton.
I get it. It wasn't lost on me. I got it.
Do you know how nice it is to go down in the freezer and grab a pack of pork chops, grab a pack of bacon, grab a pork roast?
Listen, since you've been here and we've recorded, Mallory said before we started this podcast, please get out 2 pounds of ground beef from the freezer.
Yes. It's so nice to be able to go to the freezer and get out what you want for what we've been doing recently is on the weekend we'll get out 2 different kinds of meats out of the freezer, and then I'll have Daryl fire up the green egg and we'll grill 2 different kinds of meat, and then I have stuff for his lunch bucket for the week.
That's so awesome. You know what we do is there's a local place that we love near us called Canaan Meats.
Canaan Meats, if you are listening.
I love Canaan Meats. Here's what you need to know about Canaan Meats. First of all, they have every kind of bacon you could imagine.
They do.
They have hickory bacon, maple bacon, sriracha.
Cajun bacon, everything.
Sriracha bacon.
Pepper bacon.
Oh, Italian flavored bacon. They
garlic
have all
bacon.
the bacons. Do you have any more? They have so many bacons. I love the different bacon that they carry. But also what we love is you can call in and say they have a menu that's like a family pack of whatever.
Great.
And they have a menu that'll say like, I think the family pack has like 16 pounds of ground beef, 14 hamburger patties. And they have, they list it all out.
Smart.
And it's at a really discounted rate if you buy it like that. So we have a freezer in the basement and we buy packs of meat. We've been known to buy a quarter of a cow in the past, but we're in the season where we kind of want to know what we're getting. So you can see those packs of meat that they have and throw it in your freezer and it'll last forever.
Yeah, that's great.
And we love having meat on hand when we're like, what are we going to do? And pull it out. So that has made our life easier, is having meat in the freezer.
That's great. Another thing that I have been trying to do recently because my husband, he influences me. He's the OG influencer.
He is. He's an influencer.
Has
anybody been creeping up on Daryl? Everybody being good. Hey, out there in the podcast land. You being good about Daryl?
Nobody's flirting.
Nobody look at Daryl.
I think they took it as a public service announcement.
Daryl does not have an Instagram.
Yep.
You have to go through Leanne to get to Daryl.
Thank goodness. Is that and you know this about me, that often I can get in the car and it's on E.
Oh, I know.
It's on to empty.
And you want to run all the errands.
Yep. And something I've been trying to do is not let also because the mechanic told me if you keep letting your car get on E, clear to E, it's not actually good for it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I try when it gets to about a half or a quarter tank, especially if I'm like, I have time today. I have
Yeah.
some margin in my day. I'm
Right.
just going to whip in here
Do
and
it.
fill this tank now.
That's right.
And that I have gotten in the car. I can't even tell you how many times I've gotten in the car where I've been like, oh, I'm so glad that the car's full.
Yes.
Especially sometimes I'm on my way somewhere and I haven't
don't have
and I
time.
haven't factored in stopping
Right.
at the gas station.
I'll say this. I'm really good about that in the winter. I don't like my car sitting, and it's probably in my head. I don't like my car sitting out in the cold. I mean, we have a garage, but sitting at work or
Right,
sitting
right,
over the
right,
weekend. We
right.
often don't drive my car on the weekend with like no gas. I don't think it's great.
Right.
It's probably in my head. Here's a funny thing. I don't know if this is
all right,
generational
okay,
thing.
okay.
Do you drive specific places for good gas prices? Or do you just get it?
No, I don't do that.
You just
I
get
don't
it.
do that. I get it.
This
You know what
this
I
is
drive?
something that's
Now,
perplexed
listen,
to me.
listen. I drive to the gas stations that are pretty and new and that I like.
Oh.
I like. There's a new
Like the
bell.
Taylor Swift
There's
gas
there's
station.
there's a new
Taylor
there's a-
Swift. If you want to open up gas stations,
If you're
Leanne will
listening,
go.
okay. This is if you are listening, Bell Stores.
Oh, Bell Stores.
Bell Stores, if you are listening. There's a new Bell Store
I
down by
know.
the fairgrounds. I
Oh,
love it.
I know.
Anytime I'm in that part of town, I'm like, oh, I think I'm
It's
going to whip in.
fancy.
It's just, there's plenty of room.
You can go
It's
TT,
yes.
and it's a real nice
Clean
porcelain throne.
Yes, clean bathroom.
Yes.
Yes. So I don't go for the prices. I go for the actual aesthetic.
It's an experience. It's an experience. It's the gas station aesthetic. You want a good slushy machine. You want a good coffee
Yes,
machine.
if I want to get a fizzy pop, I want selection.
A Polar Pop.
I want wild sherry.
79 cents. Is it
got
still
it.
79 cents?
I don't know. You got it though.
I don't know.
That's it.
Ices.
Yeah.
The things that are rolling, the taquitos.
Yes. The good hot dogs.
That's
I
right.
mean, Sheets. Sheets is a great example.
Sheetz.
Sheets is a great gas
I know.
station.
I miss
so
Sheetz.
I
We
go.
don't have them in Wayne County.
I go to the gas stations that make me feel welcome, make me feel like they care.
You know, I would love to be in a brainstorming room at a gas station company and for them to be like, what's our vibe and aesthetic? How are we reaching the 55-year-old lady?
Listen, Sheets and Bell Store, if you are listening, we would like to come to your brainstorming
I would love to
meetings.
brainstorm
yes.
with you.
I mean, they've got it going on. They've got the right thing happening.
Yes.
And QT is another one. Now, that's a southern
I don't
brand
know
of a
that
gas
one.
station. Yeah, when you go to Hilton Head, you pull into them, and they're called QT.
I mean, we really can't talk about gas stations unless we bring up Buc-ee's.
well,
Is it
I mean,
Buc-ee's?
Yes,
That's how we
Buc-ee's.
say
Are
it.
you kidding me?
I've never been to one. Have you?
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
perplexed
when I
by
went to
them.
Texas, it is unreal.
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 They have merch.
Unreal.
They have meats. They have it all.
They have it all.
Okay. Gas stations are making our life easier. Well, here's what I was going to say. I never quite, my dad, God love him, my dad was a bargain hunter. Loved it. Loved looking for a deal. And I never quite understood driving across town to get the best price for the gas if it was like 1 or 2 cents cheaper. Because I'm like, aren't you just kind of wasting gas to go over there? And I would love to be wrong. If you were listening to this and you were like, Matt, drive across town for the gas, it's going to be worth it. I'm not, convince me.
Yeah, go to his.
Like, convince me.
Just pop
I don't
into
know.
Matt's
Tell me,
DMs and
talk
tell
to me
him.
about
yeah.
it because I don't believe you. I don't think we save that much money driving across town for the gas. The best prices in our area are in Lodi.
But-
am I going to drive
No.
40 minutes round trip
No.
just to get good gas?
No.
No.
But am I going to go down to the pretty gas station that's brand new by the fairgrounds because I love the experience there?
Listen,
Yes, I will.
If I have listen, you know where I live. I live by the old Aldi. All my Worcester friends out there, you know where the old Aldi is.
Yes.
There are gas stations on those corners.
Yes.
One of them is remodeled and one of them is not. I don't look at the prices.
I know
go
where
to
you.
the nicer one.
I know where you go.
They have a nice car wash.
I know,
You could
I
get
know,
a
I'm telling
$5
you.
foot long.
I'm telling you.
Oh,
I'm with you.
sign me
Yep,
up.
I'm with you.
Listen, can we need to create some merch that is gas station aesthetic. This is my gas station hoodie. If you listen to These Are Good Days and you get gas, go into your local gas station and tell them you really need to listen to this podcast.
Listen, I want to tell you, Bell Store. There's a Bell Store on the way to Cleveland that we would always stop at on the way to TV, and when I would go in there, I would always ask for the manager, and I'd say, I appreciate this gas station so
Yes.
much. I appreciate how clean it is. The bathrooms are so
Right.
clean. Like,
It matters.
We stop here. We specifically stop at
I
this
know.
one because you all do such a great job.
Listen, we have all been trapped on I-77 going south where we don't have choices. And there's some scary places where you got to put your booty.
Yes.
And so when you find a good one, you got to stick with it. There's some scary places.
I'm with you.
All right, here's one that's been good for us is we do this thing that's like a power hour power clean in our house.
Oh,
So sometimes what we'll do is, I would think at this age that I could tell my kids, hey, pick everything up off the floor. Guess what? Doesn't always happen like that.
Right.
So often what Mallory and I will do, we have this basket that lives in our living room.
Okay.
She will go around and just chuck everything in the basket and tell the kids, if your stuff's in there, take it. Or we also try to clean up every time before we go to bed.
Yeah,
because
that's such a good principle.
now that's not deep cleaning. That's more like just
Oh, yeah,
ridding up
it's
a little
like a
bit.
rid up.
Yeah, it's like putting the blankets away,
Yeah,
putting your
right.
little stuffed animals back in their rooms.
Yeah.
And it just makes our house feel tidy and clean when we do that.
It's the same philosophy of like making your bed every morning. Like for
Yeah, I
me,
don't support that.
Well, for me,
Did you know that if you make your bed every morning, you're trapping your sweat and your dead skin cell glands in your bed?
that's fine. They can be prisoner there.
It's not fine.
It's
You're making yourself sick and you don't even know
No,
it. You need to air it out.
no. I since 2019, I made a New Year's resolution. I was going to make my bed every day, and I make my bed every single morning. And for whatever reason,
I'm so glad you
like-
you are proud of yourself for
like
that.
my bedroom and my bathroom can be a little bit like disheveled, but if the bed is made, I feel like everything is okay.
Maybe that's my problem. Everything else will fall into place.
All right, Matt. That's it.
Oh no, I have more.
I don't.
I do.
Okay,
Here's
you
my
give
last
yours,
one.
and then we'll wrap this up.
Here's my last one. I've talked about this before, but I'm talking about it again. Is make the choice once. We do this with the teacher gift.
Isn't that a lazy genius
It
principle?
is. It's a
I love
lazy
that.
genius.
Shout out lazy genius.
I know. It's for us, the two that we really adhere to are teacher gifts and kid gifts.
Yes.
Here's the thing. My kid is getting to a place where he's going to birthday parties. I don't want to shop for stuff for kids.
Yeah.
I don't know what kids have.
Yeah, and also kids love either cash or gift card.
Right?
Because they love to pick their own thing out.
Right. And you know what? I love getting kids gift cards. So
Yes.
we love a good gift card. Get the gift card because you don't have to think about it.
What did you call that? Make the decision once?
Yeah, make the choice once. Just
yeah.
one time.
Well, I came over here once, and Mallory was opening this big box of Bath and Body Works
Yeah, that's right.
hand soaps that were awesome, like
Yep.
the awesome scents, and they were beautiful.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yep, this is what we buy our kids'
Teacher
teachers."
gifts.
And I'm like, "This is smart.
Yep.
Just you're buying all the kids' teachers
Yep.
hand
So-
soap from Bath and Body."
Because here's the thing.
Listen,
they don't
and
need
everybody
more stuff.
and everybody loves that.
Yeah. And nobody really needs more stuff.
No,
Most
no,
people that
yeah.
I'm buying a gift for don't need anything. So hand soap is a nice little
Well,
treat.
they might need something, but maybe it's not appropriate. The gift coming from
Well,
your
I
family,
mean, I'm not
right?
buying
yeah.
someone a new
right,
car.
exactly.
Or like, remodeling their kitchen for them.
Listen, real quick. I have not bought this, and it has not made my life easier. But I'll tell you who has. Our youngest son bought the item called the Nest, and it is an alarm clock. Have you heard of this?
No.
Like it's an alarm clock that gently brings light, and then it also gently brings like a noise instead of an alarm.
Do you believe in this?
I actually, every single person I have talked to that owns this thing absolutely loves it. So sound off, like send us an email or DM us.
I want to know about this.
But it's called the Nest.
That's fascinating. How did he find out about this?
His girlfriend Abby bought one, and she absolutely loves it. And I guess she had seen it on TikTok or read about it, and it's called the Nest. And Kat, our friend Kat, knows about it.
Okay.
But it's supposed to, instead of being like an alarm going and bringing you up out of a dead sleep, it just gradually brings you out of sleep.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Mine does too. But I want to tell you what mine is.
Okay.
I don't know if I can play it. I might get in trouble. But
Okay.
it is Disney.
Oh,
It's
well, no,
the
that's
Disney-
not the Nest.
Can you hear that?
Yes, I can.
It's so nice. This is how I wake up in the mornings. I'm like, good morning. Good morning. I'm ready to face the day. And then birds come to my window and then a little mouse gets me dressed. It's perfect.
No, that's not what this is.
Dear Disney, don't sue me for playing that.
But because also there's something with the light of what it
like a natural
illuminates.
sunrise.
It's a new thing, and our son loves it. He loves it.
I trust Joey.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, and Joey, and my boys are not going to spend any of their hard-earned money on anything.
Your boys purchase very wisely. All right, this was great. You know what I love about this? This again is one of those podcasts where it's like sitting with friends.
Yes.
Like, what hacks do you have lately?
Welcome
It's
to
so
our
good.
table. Welcome
This
to our
is it.
table.
Hey, you know who we have not talked about that's making our life easier? Listen to
Walnut
this.
Creek Foods.
The last time we were in there together, speaking of making your life easier, they have really Walnut Creek Cheese, the retail store. I'm going to get this right.
Walnut Creek Foods.
Of Walnut Creek Foods has really upped their packaged food game. So you can buy like a little charcuterie board. You bought a little sandwich you really guarded with your life.
I love their sandwiches. Listen, here's
nose is itchy.
what I want to say.
Tell
When
me.
you go to an open case at a store,
Okay.
and they have pre-made sandwiches, pre-made mashed potatoes with brown butter, pre-made noodles, pre-made yogurt parfaits. Listen, either that place is going to have a fresh situation going
Right.
on, or it's going to be from 2 or 3 days ago.
Right.
I can promise you can take it to the bank. You can mark my words on this. If you buy something out of that to-go case or out of that grab-and-go case
Right.
at Walnut Creek Cheese, it's going to be fresh.
Right.
It's going to be made by somebody's hands that morning.
I wish we had video right now.
That morning, because their sandwiches, their smoked turkey and
Yeah.
provolone sandwich that you get, my mouth's watering, that you get out of the case is delicious. It has not sat there for 2 or 3
that's
days.
right. And you know what else we love is they have like little containers of ham salad. That's so good. And Mallory,
Little containers of beef stick and little.
you know what Mallory loves is the chocolate chip cheese ball.
Yes.
With like the little graham crackers.
graham
It's like a
crackers,
little
yes.
treat. And then our friend Kelly, when she comes into
Yes,
town,
Kelly
if
Brownlee.
she can't make it down to the store, she'll say, "Y'all, I'm coming. I love the beets." And so we
Pick up
last
some
time she was here, she
pickled
had
beets.
2 pickled beet jars on her nightstand.
And the peanut butter spread. is
Oh, the
awesome
peanut
from
butter
there.
spread.
Yeah.
So thank
Yeah.
you, Walnut Creek Cheese, for sponsoring our
Yes,
podcast and being such a good friend to us.
Yes, we love you, Walnut Creek
And
Foods.
thank
Walnut
you
Creek Cheese.
to our podcast family for listening with us on this episode of things that are making our life easier.
Yes.
Because here's the thing, life is hard.
Yes, life
And
can
let's
be
just make it
hard.
easier.
Let's do.
Let's just make it could be little.
Yes.
It can just be little
Yes,
things.
yes.
Awesome. Well, hey, whether ordinary or extraordinary, we hope you see that these are good days.